Alright guys, my mom just took Angel for a walk. I might, if I'm lucky. It depends on how long she goes with Angel. I won't have that much time, but I have a little bit of time. Behind me here on an envelope is, remember my mom, we did the secret account, $500 mom put separate, hidden on 5/8/13. And here's the poem she wrote in 2009. This is a story of the mentally ill stuck away in hospitals against their will, beaten and abused, lost and confused, forsaken by family, God, and man, trying to survive as best as they can, trying to live week to week, tears in their eyes, afraid to speak, treated mean by doctors, nurses, and patients they meet, worse than a homeless person on the street, shunned by friends and family, they roam these halls lost and lonely, waiting for a kind word from staff or family. I know because it happened to me. All they do is over-medicate. You take a pill for stress and insanity. I know because it happened to me. It doesn't matter if you have wealth. It doesn't matter if you have bad health. Rich or poor is the same, you see. All you get is a look of pity. Shunned by friends and family who just don't care when all you need is for them to be there. This is your fate if you are labeled crazy. I know because it happened to me. All of this happened to me, it's true, when you are labeled crazy in this mental zoo. That's a poem by my mama, who I got every speck of my talent from, because I sure as fuck didn't get it from my father. Okay? I'm more advanced than my mother, but we have the same, you know, we love music. She's been listening to music all day. I just shut it off so I could do this. We lose ourselves in music. We both cry very easily. We're both super sensitive, etc., etc. Anyway, still can't. I mean, the woman's dead now. I understand that, but years ago until this, I mean, I can't comprehend how the aunt who died last summer could have ever said to my mother, but as far as I'm concerned, it's ignorance and guilt. She doesn't want to believe it. My mom, this is the good aunt. My mom wouldn't even dare share anything like that with Mary, and she wouldn't even want to. We were talking today, my mom said, my mom on her own was talking to Cheryl and Marion how my mom's going to get a lawyer and whatnot. I'm like, Mom, Marion makes you cower. Okay, you're not going to be able to, the minute she senses your autonomy, she'll be over here and she'll have you on your knees cowering. You know that. Well, that's why I have to wait, Laura. Well, I'm not waiting, number one. And number two, it won't matter if you wait, Mom. You're always, she's like, she makes me nervous. Yeah, how sad. How sad. The person who has power of attorney over you, who waves that thing around like it's the Holy Grail, you know, and everybody bows down to it, and it wasn't even court appointed, neither was the healthcare proxy. But whatever, my mom, she makes me nervous, Laura. No shit she makes you nervous, Mom. No fucking shit. That's why it won't happen. You can say to the blue in the face, I've been hearing it forever. I'm going to get a lawyer. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And in the end, you know, the minute Marion, you start to cry, you know, Marion threatens to put you back in the hospital, you know. And as you hear that poem, do you blame my mom? Marion snaps her fingers and my mother's in the hospital. And she threatens it and she holds it over my mother's head, okay? Anyway, let's finish my thing if we can, or at least a little bit of it. So we ended, I had to use the money my mother had given me to live off of. I had to ask my mother for more money, okay? This is when I got the bulging disc, put me out of commission for 5 months, never have felt that much pain in my life. I thought I was dying, didn't know what was wrong with me, okay? Oh yeah, but we have to remember, when I got approved for Social Security disability, see, my mom tells me everything, so I hear and I get angrier and angrier. Know what Marion said to my mom? Remember, Marion does not know. I made sure my mom did not tell Marion that I received nearly, you know, $17,000, even though it's pretty much gone now. I spent it, but it's not completely gone, but you know what I mean. And what I spent it on, I don't know. All I know is I don't do drugs, I don't smoke cigarettes, and I wasn't drinking, so whatever it went, I spent a lot when I visited Joe for those 3.5 months. You know, we did all the organic food and whatnot. I don't know where it went. I paid my mom the equivalent of rent here. I paid her way more than that $1,700 that I got from her in the end, you know, but whatever, I don't know. But one thing after another happened. You know, my mom had money for the first time ever in her life. She wanted to help me out. Then, you know, I got the bulging disc. That put me out of commission for months. My mom came and helped me and paid for MRI and doctor's things and visits and whatnot. And then, of course, as we all know, drum roll please, November 4th, 2008, Donald did the unthinkable to me, and that was it. I wanted to die. Die. Donald had left me at the bottom of that hill like a piece of garbage. I'd spent 7 years, 8 months of my life with him. He took off. I could have been bleeding to death, but nobody in my family cares about that. Here's the nitty-gritty, people. When I got a proof of Social Security, you know what Marion sarcastically said to my mom? How did her get a proof of Social Security disability? They don't give that for anger issues. Fuck you, Marion. My mom didn't even really let the, you know, whatever. You know, all this shit I bet they're like, does the family know? Well, you know. Like I said, extenuating circumstances, okay? Alright, so Donna left me at the bottom of that hill like garbage. All my family cared about was that my mother had given me a lot of money over the course of a little more than a year. Alright. All my family cared about. All my family ever cares about is the fucking money my mother gave me. Yep, I had no choice to ask my mom for more money. I had the bulging disc for all those months. My mom came and took care of me for a while. And then Donald did the unthinkable to me, and that was it. It was either my mother give me money to live off of or I wind up dead, you know? Wanted to fucking die. Walking around that house with all this, Donald never cared, never apologized, and I'm walking around with those huge bruises on me, and they didn't go away for a long time, of course, because bruises don't. And it was like it had never happened. Especially bruises that are this big, humongous things the size of a baby's head or something, you know. Of course they don't go away. I'm walking around, it was like it didn't happen. And I hated myself, and I was 232 fucking pounds, and I felt like shit, and whatever, you know. Alright, Marion only cares about money. My mother cared about keeping me alive. Ah, yes, okay. Marion only cares about money. My mama cared about keeping me alive. In my LA storage unit that I need to fly to soon to retrieve my lifetime worth of original rights, I have documentation of exactly how much money my mother ultimately sent to me, when she sent it, and why I needed it. The bottom line is that I ultimately took too much money from my mother, and she was complaining about it to Marion and the rest of the family, which I didn't know that. That just played right into Marion's hands and plans and all this crap, okay? Because remember, you back?
Yeah, it's too hot out.
You didn't go for very long.
Yeah.
Alright, don't turn the radio on yet, okay? Just wait a second. Came back fast. Anyway, I wish I'd never had a penny from my mother, but... And I'm not innocent in all of this, okay? Because remember, at first, I didn't go out right away and do whatever. It's all documented. I have it in my storage unit. Out to me how much money I got and why, I don't know. What I was unaware of was that my mother had to put a lot of work into our house, work that Marion's two sons did a lot of, by the way, and that added up to like $40,000. So of course my mother was upset, since she had started with $60,000 when she sold the big house and got the mobile home, okay? And now, thanks to all the money I had begged her to send to me and all the money she had to put into her house, she had very little money left. She was crying to the family left and right. And remember, they don't care about the extenuating circumstances. All they care about is that I was asking my mother for money. Doesn't matter if I'm her daughter. Doesn't matter, period. The end. To be continued.